Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder, the place where we dig into the numbers to see if a company is really feeding us soybeans or just plain old dirt. Today we're unwrapping Bunge Global SAR's latest news straight from the 5th of November report, and let's just say they're serving up some quarterly results that might make you want to check your pantry. Before we dive in, if you love getting the real scoop behind corporate announcements, make sure you are subscribed. We also have a fantastic Discord community linked in the description below where we break down these filings together. Alright, let's get straight to it. This is Bunge Global SAR reporting, and the big news dropped on the 5th of November. They're telling us about their financial performance for the 3 and 9 months that ended back on the 30th of September. Think of it like this: they've just opened up their books and shown us how the farm has been doing for most of the year and for the last quarter. The main event here is a press release they put out on the 5th of November 2025. This document is packed with the details of their financial results. So this filing essentially acts as a signal flare telling everyone, hey, here are our latest numbers. And this press release is the detailed report attached to that signal. Why is this report important? Well, Bunge is a massive player in the world of agriculture essential ingredients, food processing, and even animal nutrition. They're the ones who help bring food from the farm to your table, so understanding their financial health is a big deal for anyone who cares about the global food supply chain and for investors looking at a major company. This is all being filed with the US Securities and Exchange Commission, or SEC, that is the government body that makes sure companies are honest and upfront with their investors, the folks who put their money into these companies. So this filing is officially recognized, and it is part of a pattern of regular reporting that public companies have to do. Now let's talk about what makes this company tick. They have these things called registered shares, and these are what people can buy and sell on the stock market. The symbol for these shares on the New York Stock Exchange is BG, that is the ticker symbol. You'll see if you are looking them up, they also have this thing called a par value, which is a very small technical amount assigned to each share. Mostly for legal reasons, it really doesn't reflect the actual market value of the stock. Bunge Global SAR is actually based in Switzerland, the address is in Geneva, but interestingly they also have a corporate headquarters listed in Chesterfield, Missouri in the United States. This tells us they're a global company with significant operations and leadership presence in multiple countries, which is common for businesses of this scale, since this filing is primarily about the financial results. Let's focus on what the press release is likely to be showing us. The core of this 8K filing is that it is a current report, meaning something significant has happened that the company needs to tell investors about right away. And in this case, it is the release of their latest financial results for the 3 and 9 months ending the 30th of September, while the actual financial tables are embedded within the press release Exhibit 99.1, which is F. Earnished here, we can generally infer what they would cover. Imagine looking at a report card for the company's Money Matters. Normally these reports would show things like how much money they made, which is their revenue, how much it cost them to make their products, their operating expenses, and ultimately their profit or loss for a company like Bunge, which is involved in processing agricultural commodities like soybeans and wheat. Would expect to see how their various business segments are performing. For example, they have an oilseed segment that crushes seeds to make oils and meals, and another that deals with packaged oils which are sold to consumers and food service companies. They also have a massive food ingredients business. When we look at these kinds of financial updates, we're not just looking at a single number, we're looking for trends and changes. Let's say their revenue from their oilseed crushing operations went up by 10%. That is good, but if their cost to actually crush those seeds also went up by 15%, then their profit from that area might have gone down. This is the kind of detailed analysis that helps us understand the true health of the business. Not just surface level metrics, we're always interested in comparing these numbers to the same period last year, if Bunge. Yes. Profits are down compared to last year. Even if their revenue is up, it signals potential problems. Maybe their pricing power has weakened, or their costs have gotten out of control. Conversely, if their profits are up significantly, it could mean they've managed their costs well, secured better prices for their commodities, or seen strong demand for their products. Think of it like this: if a farmer sells 100 bushels of corn last year for $5 each, earning $500, and this year they sell 110 bushels for $4 each. They have more bushels, but less money overall. That is why looking at both revenue and profit is crucial. The signature on this document is from John W. Nepal, who holds the important title of Executive Vice President and Chief Financial Officer. This is the person who oversees the company's financial health and strategy, and their signature basically means they stand behind the accuracy of this report. It is a key role because the CFO is responsible for managing the company's finances, ensuring profitability, and guiding its financial future. Now for our analysis, Bunge is in a cyclical industry heavily influenced by commodity prices, weather, and global demand. They are a giant in their field, and their ability to navigate these fluctuations is key to their success. The fact that they are reporting results means they are operating, and that is always a positive sign. Their dual headquarters in Switzerland and the US highlight their vast international reach, which can be both a strength providing access to diverse markets and a risk due to global economic and political uncertainties. The true story within this filing will be in the details of that press release about their earnings. For example, we'd want to know if their core businesses, particularly the oilseed and food ingredients segments, are showing solid growth, if their margins are stable or improving, and how their debt levels are being managed. A company like Bunge needs to maintain strong cash flow to invest in its operations and manage its supply chain effectively. As investors or just interested observers, we are always looking for signs of strategic wins or challenges. Were there any major acquisitions or divestitures that are starting to pay off? Were there any new product launches that are gaining traction? Or are they facing increased competition that is putting pressure on their prices? These are the elements that truly define a company's direction. Looking ahead, risks for a company like Bunge include geopolitical instability, affecting agricultural trade supply chain disruptions due to extreme weather events, or shifts in consumer demand that favor plant-based alternatives over traditional ingredients. Opportunities lie in expanding into emerging markets, developing more sustainable agricultural practices, and leveraging their scale to innovate in food technology. In conclusion, Bunge Global SAR's latest financial report is a snapshot of their performance in a crucial industry. While we don't have the specific numbers from the press release here, we know that for a company of this magnitude, the key lies in understanding the profitability of their core operations, their ability to manage costs in a volatile commodity environment, and their strategic positioning for future growth. If their results show consistent profit growth and effective management of their global operations, they are likely on a solid path. If, however, the numbers reveal shrinking margins or increased debt, it would warrant a closer look. What is your take on Bunge's latest financial update? Do you think they're sowing the seeds for future success, or are there storm clouds on the horizon? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. If you found this breakdown helpful, please hit that like button and consider subscribing for more in-depth corporate analysis. And don't forget to join our growing community on Discord. The link is in the description. We'd love to hear your insights there. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next Decode.